So if you guys have been following me for a while now, then you know that I came here in 2022. I came here on an English teaching visa. So I moved in to the apartment that my school gave me. I found the job when I was in Canada, and I moved over here, moved into the apartment that they gave me, the school, and then last year, after teaching for 1 year, I decided to stop working there, and I switched over to my current visa, which is a D10 visa. I made a whole video about that and about how I got it, what it is, and the benefits of having that visa. I then reapplied for that visa because you can reapply for it once for a total of a year. So it's been a year now, almost a year, since I received that visa, which is a looking for a job visa, and that means that my visa is ending in August. My options are find another English teaching job or leave the country. Those are my only options, which is kind of ridiculous. In order to get like a PR or some more permanent visa here, you need to collect points, and from what I've heard from other people, it is very difficult to do so even if you've lived here for a very long time, because you need certain requirements. You need volunteer requirements, you need certain Korean proficiency level, you need to study at a Korean university to get more points, like things like that. So that is not doable for me right now. So as a Canadian, as someone who doesn't speak Korean fluently and cannot get Korean speaking jobs, as someone who has a bachelor's degree but it's not related to business or marketing or anything in that sort of field, my only options are teaching English, right? Which is not a great system in Korea anyways. Teaching is one thing. In Korea, with the academies, all these hagwons, all these academies are businesses. They're not, you know, schools like public schools or international schools. They're businesses, and their goal is to profit. So it's hard to find an academy or a company that really makes it feel like it's worthwhile to be teaching there. Does that make sense? I feel like if I stay in Korea, I'm just stuck doing this job, buying time before maybe I can switch to an entertainment visa later on. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I wanted to sit down and like chat with you guys because I've seen some people ask for like life updates and what I'm currently doing, what is my visa. So I thought I'll talk a little bit about where my headspace is at, and also answer some questions that you guys have left me in some past videos. I don't know what to do. I mean, time is ticking. The pros of living here, there are so many, right? But the constant con is the visa issue and just the ticking time bomb of when my visa is going to expire. And I don't know, because I'm like, I feel like if I leave, I'm like quitting or like giving up, because so many people come here and because they enjoy the city, they just continue teaching English, even though, you know, it might not be their career. They're doing it to stay in the city, which I completely understand. It is a great city, great country to live in. I don't know if I want to do that. So please let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any advice, if anything, honestly. You know, I spent so much time and effort to come here. I don't want to say it's a waste, because my 2 years here have been amazing, and I came here without ever traveling to Korea before, so it was a huge risk to move to Korea, and it paid off immensely. But if I leave now, I think that all my documents in the government, like my diplomas and whatever copies, I don't think they keep that. So if I were to come back to Korea again, teaching English again, or whatever visa I would need, I would have to go through all of those documents again, which is annoying, yes, but I mean, I've done it once before, I can do it again, right? Anyways, please let me know what you think. I do not know what to do. Okay, let's go through some questions that you guys have sent me. Ella asked, how soon did you quit your job, or did your contract end? I really don't want to teach for a year. Are there other options? So, as I said earlier in this video, I just let my contract end. So I worked for a year. Usually contracts are like a 1-year contract, and then you can extend after that for like 1 year each, or whatever negotiation you have with your company. Don't get me wrong, there was nothing like wrong with my experience at work. I was good at what I was doing. I felt like I was trained well. I knew my students well. I felt confident at my job, and that's like the first time I felt confident at my work. There wasn't anything like bad about my job, but I just wanted something different. I didn't want to be, I mean, maybe it was the wrong choice in retrospect, but I just wanted something different. And most teachers, I think, do stay a little bit longer than I do. They usually stay like 2 years. Or maybe longer. Well, now I'm in this predicament. Okay, next question. From Ella, can you do a video on how to look for a place as a foreigner for someone who only wants to visit for a few months? I did a couple of videos on Instagram. There's quite a lot of like rental share home places. I was working with this like apartment renting company for a bit. I did a couple of like apartment tours for them, but I do not work for the company. The best I can do is like forward you their information, but honestly, there's so much online. I can put a link down below if that will help. But for someone who only wants to visit a few months, I think those are your best options. The shared houses or maybe an Airbnb, but I think shared houses are cheaper. There's also like, it's like a share, how do I explain this? It's like a single room, but you have a shared kitchen and kind of hanging out space area. The answer to your question is I would look for shared homes or kind of like dormitory type apartments, and I'll leave a link to that in the description. Also from Ella, I love this. Okay, I love your vlog, so glad I found you. Was Seoul what you expected it to be based on the Seoul vlogs you would see, or did it not quite live up to your expectations? She also said you could talk about the pros and cons of living in Korea, whether it's a good idea to move there, and who might find Korea. Oh no, my screenshot. It doesn't have her full question. Here it is. You can talk about the pros and cons of living in Korea, whether it's a good idea to move there, and who might find Korea a good fit. What it's like working as a teacher in Korea compared to the West, etc. Good luck. That's a great question. So, experiences based on the videos I saw of Korea before I moved here. I watched a lot of like walking tour videos. I would watch the ASMR walking tours of Gangnam and Busan and whatnot, and I love those. So it's kind of crazy that I'm like living here now. As far as expectations, I think so. I think it is what I expected. I mean, I try not to have super high expectations because I didn't want to be disappointed. But in terms of like what I saw online, I think it was pretty accurate, and nothing was really like a letdown for me. I still really like the city, even if I'm considering leaving it. The only like pressures or kind of like letdowns that I've experienced in the past were just things that I didn't like about the work culture here, from hearing it from my friends. And also there was a moment where I was really like kind of worried or anxious to go outside because of the language barrier. But of course there's going to be a language barrier, so that's like a personal thing. I think there are constant obstacles. When I first moved here, I couldn't go to the grocery. Every small interaction will be a challenge. Those are the things that you have to consider whether it's worth it for you, and if you mind those types of things. If something like that will not make you want to leave the house, then, which is me, like I really don't like leaving my house, which is kind of crazy saying that because I somehow managed to move to Korea. I don't even know how that happened. It is hard, but I would say it did live up to my expectations. My camera died, so I ate some lunch, took a nap, made myself some milk tea, and let's continue. So, pros and cons of living in Korea. I would say there are many pros. Pros like transportation, and the weather is really nice, and fast food delivery, cafes, there's like endless things to do in the city. I'm like blanking right now, but that makes like everyday living very easy, and I really like that. Cons is visa. Korean immigration, visa, language barrier, the lack of jobs available and accessible for foreigners. It's understandable, right? Because, you know, if a company is gonna hire someone and a Korean person can do that job, why not hire the Korean person and not have to go through the trouble of like visa stuff? Whether it's a good idea to move there, who might find Korea a good fit, what it's like working as a teacher in Korea. I think I already kind of touched on all of these topics a little bit. Let's move on to the next question. So which did you like better, Busan or Seoul? Oh my gosh, it's so sunny all of a sudden. I still prefer Seoul. I think Seoul, because of the conveniency, is that a word? It's just so easy to live here. You know, everything is so accessible with transportation and delivery, and just, I think the big thing is transportation and just the size of the city, the amount of things there are in the city, like coffee shops, restaurants, so many different things that you could try. But now that I've been to Busan twice, I really like Busan as a travel vacation. I really like the beach there. The second time going, I did like the touristy things. I went to the Gamcheon village. I went to see temples. I really enjoyed it because every night at the beach, we stayed at the Hwangali beach this time, and every night at the beach there would be some sort of event for the summertime. The first night there was a concert, and the second night there was a movie on the beach thing. Third night we did like a yacht boat tour, and we also had a drone light show that night as well. Yes, go see. So it was just so much fun. There were so many things to do there. Hello, what camera did you use? I'm currently using the Sony ZV-1 camera. This question is from Katie. She said, so you don't teach English anymore? Did you change your visa? If so, how? And how did you land that beautiful apartment? I know so many questions, but I like your filming style. Would love a life update if it's okay with you. I think I saw a couple of other questions about this apartment as well. So first things first, like I said, I'm not currently teaching English, and I'm on the D10 visa, which I made an entire video about, and I'll link that in the bottom. So after I quit, or like ended my contract with my school, I had to move out of the apartment. I moved in with my boyfriend into his apartment, and then after that we moved in together here. So honestly it was mostly him doing the work, but you have to find like an agent, and they will help you look for places that fit your budget and that's in the area. This specific apartment, we found it online, and then we contacted the real estate agent that's responsible for this apartment. I think this is like the third apartment that we saw, and like 10 or 15 minutes after seeing this apartment, we went to grab some dinner, and we're just like, okay, let's just get it, because apartments here go pretty quickly. So I actually have videos of the other apartments that we saw and videos of this apartment when we came to look at it, but I just haven't edited that yet. So if you're interested in that, then I can put that video together. What else? So we said yes, we called the agent back. We're like, we would like to take this apartment, and then we basically set up a time and date to fill out paperwork with the landlord here. Yeah, so I think, ow, stop it. No. Oh my gosh, he's back for revenge. Stop biting me. So I think to look for a more permanent apartment, you would have to contact a real estate agent. I recommend like having a Korean person help you with that. It's like a quick process, but without knowing Korean, I think it will be quite difficult. So there's that. I think I'm gonna end the video here. Hopefully that kind of gives like a good idea of what's happening and answer some of your guys' questions. Let me know what you think I should do. I don't know if I should stay in Korea or go back to Canada for a bit. I just do not know. Any advice, anything will help. I feel like I have to go more into like the pros and cons of each route and like talk through it, you know? Anyways, that's where my headspace is at lately. Very stressful, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.